In this video, we're going to take a look at submitting a site to a directory, the most important directory, the Open Directory Project, also referred to as DMOZ. Because the DMOZ directory is feeding so many other websites, including Google's directory, you definitely want to be here. So at the bottom here, we can see that there are 5,272,517 plus sites that they have included in the directory. You know, when you really think about it, that's probably actually a very small number when it really comes down to it. But this is quite significant. There's 71, almost 72,000 editors, and they are not paid. They're all volunteers to edit categories. And there's 590,000 categories. So this should tip you off that it will take you a little bit of time to actually go down through here and figure out where exactly you should be listed. So let's see, what can I just quickly think of? Well, let's think about that dog boarding site that I thought of that I showed in the very beginning of our training. So if I wanted to submit that dog boarding site here, I would have to go in here and start thinking about, well, exactly where does that take place? You know, I could click and click and click forever in here and maybe never find it. Or I might want to just start by seeing, well, how did other people actually list themselves? So actually, we'll go in here and do dog boarding Los Angeles, and this should give us a clue of where we might want to suggest a URL to the Open Directory project. Let's go ahead and search on that. And it looks like that dogs and pets and things are actually going to be under recreation. Well, I didn't actually think it would be there, but there it is. So right now, there's only one listing in the Open Directory sites for that kind of keyword match. All right, if I drill down a little bit more, I can find out that there are some additional categories like regional. Well, Los Angeles is definitely regional, so I would probably choose something like that. And sports and equestrian, I don't know. That's interesting if there's actually dog boarding in there. But let's go ahead and click on regional. And now we're getting down even deeper, maybe by state, by region. I think you get the idea. What you want to do when you go to the DMOZ directory is you want to figure out exactly what category you think you should probably be in to get your pet-friendly dog resort or whatever there. You can also volunteer. Now, having said that, let's just take a quick peek at how you would suggest your website to DMOZ to get listed. You would go up to Suggest URL, and it's a very straightforward form, not particularly pretty, but you might want to read the submission policies instructions here. They give nice examples, and all you do is you come down here and, of course, read the instructions, because it takes a while to get in here, and you don't want to give the editor any reason not to include you. So what kind of link are you going to actually put in there? Or I should say, what kind of URL it'll ask you. All right. The title of the site. This is very important. Everybody knows this, that this is crucial. It's not My Site Rocks or Welcome or My Homepage. It is targeted keywords that you want to put in there. You want to write a nice description, but keep it to their limitations of 25 to 30 words. They talk in here about not capitalizing everything. That's considered shouting on the web, as most people know. Your email address, if they have a question for you, read the agreement, and guess what? Hit the submit button, and you're done. Can you submit your website or pages to more than one category? For sure. No problem. You can do that, but don't overdo it. Now, the biggest downer, if you will, for the Open Directory project is how long it takes. And people have been waiting a long time. In fact, I've done some SEO to one of the dog sites I showed you in the beginning of these training videos. And believe it or not, it was a year and a half later when I saw that company, ParadiseRanch.net, show up in their directory. The other thing is because these are human-written listings, you really don't get to influence these editors. They will write pretty much whatever they want, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's correct. And if you have to track them down, it could be kind of a hard thing to do. Luckily, there is a forum for the Open Directory project, which will allow you to go in and find the editor of various categories, which is great, and then you can go in there and petition or talk to them and say, you know, you said that I actually board horses and we don't. Okay, we only do dogs or we only do cats, and we're only in the Los Angeles area, and the way you've listed me is not correct. So you'll have to track down that editor and get it changed. So bottom line to this video is it's really about 4 search engines you need to submit to because they feed everybody else. There's a couple top directories, DMOZ being one of them. Knock yourself out if you want to add to any of the other paid ones like the WOW directory or Joant or the business-to-business directories, which are good if you want to target those more vertical directories. But get out there and submit, and don't oversubmit, and have patience. It will take a while before your pages start showing up in the SERPs.